In the night, the sound of a party, a lyric. Music, lights, laughter. In the night, the sound of a party. My neighbors were having a party, but I wasn't invited. I met you at the party. We sat in the dark, our bottle almost empty. I topped your glass, and you sang to me in French. Somewhere, there's always a ball, but I've never been asked. There was a photo booth. We took pictures. In one, we made a funny face. In one, we shared a kiss. There were bubbles and a bubble machine, and I gave a toast. Let us rise like a bubble, like a prayer in the air. Let us rise like bubbles of love. You asked, who are these people? I said, they're my neighbors, but I've never met them. Music, lights, laughter. In the night, the sound of a party. My neighbors were having a party, but I wasn't invited. A great, grand, fantastic party. But I was alone. Oh, what a party in my head. Time had ticked to heaven round the stars. All was spinning. All was illuminated. The waves crashed, and I heard mermaids talking each to each in a gossipy tone. How at the gala last night, 5 fish were white, spinning, spinning in a dance of love, and the stars above suddenly seemed so close I could almost reach and touch them. Along the shore I was told about a party. Do you have a lucky dime, I was asked? I said, indeed I do. I made my way up to the top of a cliff where I saw a big house. The furnishings from inside had been set up on the lawn, and on the slope to the sea, the competition began. We raced on rolling beds, which gave me a fright as we picked up speed, but the bed stopped at the edge of the ledge. Whew. Oh, what a party in my head. An enormous gilded basket of flowers was set on a table, and an exquisite female leg appeared, that of Pavlova, who proceeded to dance. Have you ever seen such splendid grace? Said a familiar face. Charlie Chaplin took my arm. The little tramp had a lucky dime too. He thought it my house and I thought it his, and when we realized our error, we both did a funny jig. Noel Coward rose from the dead, looked well fed, played an hour or so. Marvelous. Oh, what a party in my head. And the stars above seemed so close, I could almost touch them. Double feature. A car came at me. I jumped out of the way. The car swerved around, came again, missed again, and I scrambled into a dead-end alley to be cornered on 3 sides. The car backed up on me. I registered the engine noise, the silver chrome on the bumper. Then I woke up. Earlier, I dreamed about an art show, the gallery like a mechanic's shed, the light dim and full of spider webs, and hung on hooks were seersucker pants, shirts, and jackets. It was a symphony of seersucker, all worn, wrinkled, stained, discolored, and on display. I sat up and thought about this exhibition. It made me laugh. I could see it. And then I thought, no wonder my career is in tatters. No wonder cars are backing up to crush me. No wonder my wife often has to shake me awake when I'm shouting, "Help, help, help!" The legendary explorer. Holy, holy, the saints adore me, casting down their golden crowns upon the glassy sea. I think of that glassy sea of blue, and the land it abutted, which no one knew before me, and I ask myself, am I worthy? My name, for instance. In the directory, there are 3 pages of individuals with my name, 36 of them with the same middle initial. I'd never show up on a search engine. If I could change my name to Sir Philip Gibbs, would I do? I would do. Or maybe not. In my explorer's notebook, I wrote, lost or asking the wrong questions. Sir Philip Gibbs, the later years. In the years following his epic expedition, Sir Philip Gibbs was rarely thought of as an explorer. Seems he was not the first to reach the land that abutted the glassy sea of blue, nor the second or third, and they certainly don't give out ribbons for being fifth. Still, he was a man of notable accomplishment, but the most Sir Philip was ever heard to utter in his own favor was, "It has been said I passed the time very well." Given his penchant for modesty, few ever inquired how it was he became knighted, especially considering he was not British. At his club, it would have been bad form to press him to admit that Sir was simply his first name. He liked being called Sir, even by strangers. "Sir, sir, I think you've walked off with the wrong hat," or "Sir, I think you mistakenly forgot to pay your bar tab again." His past remained a mystery. Some heard he'd been in the antiquarian book trade and had once stumbled on a rare signed first edition of Bleak House, which sold at auction for a bundle, which, through smart investments, he parlayed into a fortune, which he squandered funding an obscure poetry journal. Others claimed that in his youth he had pioneered the reassertion of masculine flamboyance in fashion. How these rumors got started, no one knew, but it was plain to see he was a gentleman, albeit his cuffs were always torn, his coats threadbare, and his trouser bottoms always shiny. Everyone was glad to be his friend. He was a man of curious ideas and rarefied knowledge, and when some new scheme was afoot, there'd be a gleam in his eyes. His fellows would greet him with, "Good God, Gibbs, what now?" The penny toys. Always, I was ready for revelry, a malady that started when I was very young. The march of the penny toys. They lived under my bed. They whirled about without a head. They whirled and twirled and wobbled and spun. I spun with them. It was fun, spinning all the night. The penny toys lit up in the dark. Oh, how they glowed. They wiggled and waggled and skittled and rolled. I loved them so. They took me places I should not go and taught me about things I should not know. How scared I was, and what delight. The forbidden things we got up to in the night. 5 pennies make a nickel, 2 nickels make a dime. Said the nickel to 5 pennies, "Follow me, boys, for a good time." Up ahead the sign read, "Fun and Joy Street, 10 cents. I shouted, "This way, woozy wobblers. Let's go greet the candy box girls." Love Token Alley, 10 cents. Every town has its La Boheme, the artist's quarter, where the young have dreams and the old have visions. Somewhere, a faint piano plays a refrain in a minor chord. Melancholy poets slink about an inch from blowing a fuse, while lovers in shadows stagger in drunken embrace. In lighted windows, painters wrestle at their easels like Jacob's wrestling angels. The old stones are washed with tears, so many broken hearts, so much haunted beauty amidst all the low-rent squalor. Dreamers, schemers, every scam. Ghosts linger in the gossamer haze, and the stories we tell ourselves guard against the abyss. But oh, how we love our strange Babylon. L'amour fou, crazy love, a lyric. What sings the siren to tempt sailors into the sea? What did the siren sing to Sinbad? Steel gray night to sapphire blue, all was calm but one. Over the side, Sinbad the sailor, was he desperately yearning for you? Baby, if I was a sailor, I'd swim the ocean too. Mad love, bad love, sense of doom, magic light before the gloom. You see the blue, nothing to do. You can't say no to crazy love. Love makes fools of us all, too. In the fire is the lover. In the lover's flame we burn. I burn for Bon Bon. I burn for the candy box girl. C'est bon, c'est l'amour fou. Crazy love, baby. Cat's Meat Man, a lyric. I broke hearts, a busload or two, but you don't know the ache of a broken heart until the bus crashes into you. I knew she was trouble the day I saw her on the catwalk. I heard the voice in the street. Times has changed, sang the Cat's Meat Man. Prices has riz, sang the Cat's Meat Man. I should have listened, but I didn't. I was the last romantic. I thought it was the real thing. But she was just a giddy kitty, carefree in the spring. I thought our love was true, but that was all a sham. Oh yeah, my baby left me for the Cat's Meat Man. In a wood I'll dance with you, a lyric. In a wood, a heart carved in a tree. Many lovers in this wood. Tonight, just you and me. The woods are alive at night. How the wind makes wild. Such sweet sorrow in the nightbird's song. So wistful the sweet-voiced river. In a wood, I'll dance with you. In a wood, we'll dance. All night warm we'll stay, while the tall trees shiver. In a wood, I'll dance with you. In a wood, we'll dance. All night we'll bend and sway, the moon a silver sliver. Spirits will sense our yearning, the nymphs will circle round. In a wood, I'll dance with you. In a wood, we'll dance. Oh, to hear you laugh, a lyric. After we're gone, we don't matter much, says the bubbles in my fizz. And how, like a bubble, love slips away. In a dream, I said, I'd find you anywhere. And in that dream, I wept. So strange to be strangers. I can't forget, lip to lip, you said, so good to laugh like this, so good to laugh. Oh, to hear that laugh again. Oh, to hear you laugh. When love is easy, we think it will always be easy. Oh, what fools we are. In a dream I said I'd find you anywhere. I know your laugh. Oh, to hear that laugh again. Oh, to hear you laugh. Say, cheese, is anything sweeter than these hours of love? Your skin so white you might live underwater. Let me take your picture. Stand by the door, just like that. Nothing on but your slippers. Look how the sun bathes you. That contrast of shadow and light. Is anything sweeter than this? That's it. Smile. Click. And again, digits cheap. Click. The world all before us. New York. I didn't know these people, but I'd been in this room before. A poet said, the first time I met James Baldwin was at a party on a houseboat on the Bosphorus. We talked about Giovanni's room and how Baldwin was influenced by Henry James. Then, seeing me look at you, the poet said, love is always timid when it's new. It was your birthday. You wore a red dress you'd made yourself, and there was a sparkler on the cake. Everyone else in the picture seemed to dissolve when I reached out to you. And hand in hand, and ever so slowly, we left this Eden with the world all before us. To Eddie, who changed my life. London, a high, narrow room, a theater with seats removed, draped walls, 30 people at a long table drinking and smoking, a drum kit on the stage. You came in and hit the drums, and you didn't even play, and the room went mad. The women bent your way, and so did the men. And when you laughed, we all laughed. And that's how it was with you. Around and around goes the wind, and on its circuits, the wind returns. I was never brave, but I rode the four winds with you. Yeah, I rode the four winds with you. Mark the sparkling sky, the untouched blue. Hark, the glad sound mad with mirth, in a land rife with sorrow. Hark, the pipes of Pan. I've known many of you, the best of a bad breed, elegant with your rakish smiles, cloven hooves, crooked tails, and droll beaux mots. When flowers bud, we gather and muse. Holy goat God, after we die, are we young again to frolic in the spring? And why is a peach so peachy? And what makes a cherry so splendidly red? Life, so ripe with wonder. The last pirate on the pirate ride. No more Polly, no more crackers, no more skull and crossbones, no more eye patches, no more peg legs, no more walking the plank. The treasures are all buried and the maps all lost. No more sailing the seven seas. We were in it for the wonder, and we didn't count the costs. We were young. We were pirates. We wore silk pajamas and painted our toenails black. We did as we pleased, and the ladies loved us, and most of them were pirates too. We sang about plunder and desire and Davy Jones's locker and about daring deeds. We drank and we sang through the night and made up the words as we went. It was only a carnival, only a dream, but none of us knew it at the time. We were foolish, reckless, and wild. I can see us all, not a care in the world, laughing as round and round we went. Time passed, the years went by, and one by one, I'd get the news. Another mate over the side. Now, I'm the last of a merry band, the last pirate standing. The park is closed. The carousel sold for scrap. The ship, now a themed cafe. When I wander the grounds of my younger self in the harsh light of age, it looks gaudy, shabby, but I've got no regrets. Oh, what wonder we saw. Behold, behold the last romantic, the last pirate on the pirate ride. What will become of me, you ask? I'm not nostalgic. I'll sail on. I'm a pirate, bold as brass, and always in search of new shores.